ever built. 620 horsepower, 700 Newton meters of torque. From 0 to 124 miles per hour in 9.8 seconds. 205 miles per hour.
GT2 RS clearly has the DNA of an RS. So the first thing that strikes me about driving the car on the Porsche Experience Centre handling circuit is how nimble the car is. The car just eats tarmac. Its ability to gain and shed speed is colossal. PCCB Porsche composite ceramic brakes are standard, as you would expect, on a car with 620 horsepower.
The Porsche 911 GT2 RS is the most powerful Porsche ever built for the road. 620 horsepower, 700 Newton meters of torque, a power to weight ratio of 2.21 kilos per horsepower. The car accelerates from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds. Even more impressively, from 0 to 124 miles per hour in 9.8 seconds. And accelerates on to a top speed of 205 miles per hour.
It's light, focused, raw, aggressive, absolutely fantastic.
The GT2 RS weighs 1,370 kilograms, 70 kilos lighter than a standard GT2. This is mainly due to changing materials. For example, front boot lid, slats in the front bumper, side air intakes, parts of the rear spoiler, all in carbon fibre. Lightweight door materials, 10 kilograms lost in a lighter lithium-ion battery. This particular car is a club sport. No stereo, no aircon, roll cage and harnesses. The pair of seats only weighing 20 kilograms. It's 19-inch wheels with a central locking device, which lowers the rotating masses. Everything about this car is track-focused to ensure the car retains the driving characteristics of a race car on road and on circuit.
The 911 GT2 RS has been labelled the ultimate track day weapon. We're now on the ultimate track. Let's see how it performs. To the famous hanger straight, flat fourth, flat fifth, 140, 150, touching 160 miles an hour, down to third gear, into Stowe corner, back onto throttle again, just feeling those front tyres digging in, back of the car just squirming slightly. Fantastic power delivery. The car's so crisp, clean, balanced, down into second gear, turning in, lightly onto power. I just can't help myself.
Good opportunity to drive this car with me.
Yeah, just tell them that you're in the front.
It's Friday morning, nearly 9 o'clock, the sun is out, there isn't a cloud in the sky, about to drive GT2 RS up the hill at Goodwood. Very exciting, looking forward to it. So here we are on board the GT2 RS, 611 horsepower, probably ample for getting our way up the Goodwood hill. Switched to a voiceover because I didn't do much talking as I drove up the hill because I was concentrating on not clipping the car into a hay bale at great speed. Off the line, we tried to give it some bananas, but there was a bit of tyre temperature, and if you watch this, the old girl just shot off the line even though I dumped the clutch. There we go. First gear, bang! Look at that. Straight into second, that was 0 to 60 in about, 4 seconds. Third gear, this right-hander here, both right-handers actually offer great opportunities to make a complete idiot of yourself. A bit of oversteer, you can hear me go, ooh, there. This next right, you get through this, third gear, and now it's the full beans all the way up the hill, under the bridge, fourth gear coming up. What's that, 115 miles an hour? I did have a girly lift at about this point because there's lots of people around. Now we're heading up to Mulcombe, this left-hander that seems to make an arse of people far more talented than me. So second gear, again, a bit girly. Third on the exit. Do we get anything fourth? Probably not. I'd probably stay in third here. Here we go, all the way up. Now look, there's lots of hay bales to hit, so we slow down. This right-hander by the flint wall, they call it. Another sprint now up to a cheeky right-hander. When we get through that right-hander, now we just open the taps up and it's up the hill. And through up this hill now, we've got this considerably fast stretch coming up. It really, really is very, very fast. Look at this. So we're up through third, into fourth, under the bridge. We must be doing what? 120 over the start-finish line. Nothing like a 1 minute run, I'm afraid. Bit disappointing, but the car is very, very fast and impressive.
You must have access to any supercar in the world, and yet you've chosen to purchase a GT2 RS. Why is that, Mark?
I'm very, very happy to have one of these at home, that's for sure. What Porsche put together here is something that's unique. It still feels like a little bit of a race car. It's a bit naughty. Still drive on the road, so they've got the balance really right.
You've just been doing some hot laps for the lucky competition winners. What are they being subjected to out there?
Well, yeah, a little bit of load which they're probably not quite used to.
How did the car feel?
I have no idea. It was a bit of a blur, but it was insane.
It's almost sort of artistry around there. It's incredible.
He just chatted to me whilst he was driving, and he was on the limit. You could feel the car twitching.
It was, I think, around Monaco Grand Prix time. Sebastian Vettel and I were looking at some cars. I'm not big on my road cars, to be honest, but when we started talking about this one, it was a no-brainer. The performances there, they match. I mean, just the grip, the horsepower, the torque, and it's still a road car in many aspects. I like it. I can still get in it. Radio, bit of nav, air conditioning. Obviously, it's going to be timeless. We know that. They made 500 of them, so I'm definitely not going to be parting with this one. When it warms up, they'll certainly be out there, enjoying the Porsche experience. It's sensational. I love it.
My name is Andreas Preuninger. I'm product manager within Porsche Motorsports AG, responsible for the GT road-going GT cars. Pleasure to present you our ultimate track day weapon, the new GT2 RS, which has its international debut here at Goodwood Festival of Speed. It's the fastest and most powerful street-legal Porsche ever built. There's a lot of technology in that car that normally just goes to race cars. And there's so many genes of motorsport in this car because it's developed within Porsche Motorsport department from the same engineers that are doing our race cars like the RS Spider. Wow, There's only one machine faster here than this one, and these are the jets above. But if you look at it closely, lots of technology coming from the racetrack to the street. So the engine of the GT2 RS is derived from the GT1 Motorsport engine. It has 620 brake horsepower, it has a single mass flywheel, it has special conrods and it has special pistons. It revs up like it explodes. So it's a really very lively turbo engine. It's so much fun and the car is so responsive. Reminds you so much on driving a race car. You have a very direct connection to the car. So there's a dialogue between man and machine that is really, really very special on this car. It's so much fun to drive it. It's almost an addictive sensation. If you look at the car, it shows you that it's fast. It shows you that it's light. Look at the rims that have a central locking system, deleting some weight. We have aerodynamics on the car that are very much based on downforce. We have perspex windows on the back, so we try to save weight wherever we can. Even if you look at the badge is not a little plastic or a metallic piece like on all the rest of the Porsches. It's just a sticker, and it's the same sticker that has the GT3 RSR or the RS Spider. So we pay a lot of attention to detail to get the weight down and to get the most driving pleasure out of the car that is possible. I think the competition has to chew hard on the times we're setting with this car on the Nurburgring Nordschleife. We had a record of 7 minutes 18 seconds in totally stock form. The challenge to make a car really go fast is to get all the parameters right. There's lots of cars out there with 600 or 700 horsepower, but you can't carry the speed through the corners. The suspension, the gearbox, the tires, all the systems, they have to work properly together to get this performance out of the car. And I think this is quite the best and the most remarkable achievement on that car, because you feel it when you drive it. Everything is in sync. The car makes you part of the car when you drive it. It communicates so directly what is going on the road and gives the driver so much confidence in the car. And that's always that is always the crucial thing. If you have confidence in the car, you can go fast, even if you're not a race pro driver. But I think there's going to be good chances if you drive that thing a lot on track days, you're going to be one day.